Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Motion RC Live this December 6th, 2024. I'm joined by Wesley, as usual, and Alex and Lori behind the scenes working the cameras and talking bringing everybody in. Welcome back. We're excited. Last month of the year. Hard to believe, Wes. Hard to believe.
Yeah, it feels like it just started, and here we are, man. It's been a good year.
It's been quite the year. So, yeah, that's sort of where we're starting off. The past month's been crazy. A lot of sales going on, a lot of new products we've been working on. I know I went live a couple times with some of these ships, went live with a tank, the howitzer, that I don't even have on the table as I'm fitting around, working on our new Primus brand of cars, some Hobby Plus vehicles, and then you've been dealing with helis and stuff we can't talk about.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the new helicopters this month have been a lot of fun. I know a lot of guys have been really enjoying the helicopter content. I mean, even from the small ones, which we've had a blast with, to these full GPS helicopters, these things still blow me away every time I take one of these off. I know you've had a few of them. Going from the days of flying full collective pitch to now it's just kind of relaxing and flying it. And I tell you what, my dad has just been falling in love with these helicopters. I never thought he would be a helicopter guy, but all these GPS ones lately, he's been like, all right. He kind of carries them out with him, flies them at the field. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Get some new people into helicopters using these that wouldn't normally fly them.
Yeah,
Really
I mean,
fun.
I hate to say how easy it makes it, but it really makes it easy. There's no better word for it. Like, it's not difficult. And, who doesn't like a heli in a small space, especially if it's scale? You know what I mean? I always like
Right.
it looks better than flying a DJI drone around some modern thing. It's an actual scale heli. You have fun with the trees. You could get close to things, back off, and you could put the sticks in a kid's hand or something. Obviously, keep it far away at that point, but things like that, really, really, really fun. Let me welcome in a few people here. Just say hello. Dad's
Yeah.
RC Hanger, Astral PX. What's going on, man? Mike Bird, as usual. John Greco Sr. We got the RC Turbinator. What's up, man? Dad's RC Hanger. I already said that. Michael, what's going on? Congrats on those Bills. They're looking like they're going to same thing's going to happen 5 years in a row, but they're looking really good. See what happens when we get to the playoffs. Jerry, how's everyone? And yeah, so today, obviously, you see the sidebar. We're going to, catch up here, go over a few of the products, but, have a back and forth with you. We are going to spin the wheel, so we'll pick a lucky winner at some point. Do that. We'll go through some of the community. Did see a lot of cool customs going on. Some nice pictures the past month over on our Facebook community, which is like 26,000 people or something right now, which is awesome. And then we'll wrap up, again, showing off some of those new products. I got some footage of these in the water. We released the video of the USS Hornet yesterday, and then I got the hood coming on Monday, but we'll tease you with some footage of that. And yeah, I mean, overall, excited to be here, and then we're heading towards the New Year's. And I guess last thing I will say, I know last couple years we did the New Year giveaway show. Right now, we're so close to 100,000, and we want to go big for the 100,000. So we'll find out if we're either going to do a New Year's show with like the regular giveaways and 100. If I could do them both, that would be great. Or if we'll just save it all and, because we're almost there. It might be a month after, New Year's, and then we'll have a real big show. I know we have some like maybe guest surprise pickers on the show when we get there.
Yeah.
So we kind of want to stay put for that. But so yeah, man, Wes, you were holding up the other heli. Which one is that? The Seahawk, right?
Yeah, so in the GPS line, we've got the Seahawk. There's a Black Hawk. It's kind of the same style body in the green, and then there's also the Navy variant of this in the Coast Guards. So we've got 3 of these, but yeah, beautiful scale body with all the rivets and everything. It's the same internals on the new Apache, just a little bit bigger airframe though. If you actually see them side by side, it's definitely a bigger body on this newer one. The other cool thing is they just upgraded these to where they have a radar for your altitude now instead of an optical flow sensor on the new versions. So this is really neat. It really helps with the accuracy of it if you're flying it out of GPS mode, because this helicopter, even out of GPS mode in a gymnasium, is still going to be fully self-leveling and trying to hold its position, and using that radar, it's a little more accurate now. Whereas the previous versions, they had the optical flow sensor on the bottom of them, but it still worked really well. Just that one is, I mean, really accurate. So it almost feels like you're flying in GPS mode, even when GPS is off now. So yeah, really cool.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't get one of those. I don't think I got one that size in a while. I had one a long time ago. I think I had an early pre-production, like before we knew the brand name of those a long time ago. But you've been getting all of that size ones. I got a few of the, I guess, larger ones there. But yeah, the GPS heli's just so good. On my side here, we're excited to go out, and we still got to get some more footage of these. But these are one of our latest little like trucks from Primus. 2S powered, but they rip. And we didn't realize how fast they were. Me and Alex went out and we were driving around. We went to like a crawler section with the new PC12s. We took them out on the same day, and then there was nothing really to jump for these. So we want to take them somewhere where we can really, I think you can launch them. They could take it. Like, I was beating them up, and they were holding up well. And they're available now on the website. They're the DT16s. Absolutely fantastic. It's just so much stuff to do. And even this Arctos, did you see this on the site? This is the Hobby Plus 6x6, and it like holds any Hobby Plus. They're all 18 scale. So this 6x6, we'll have this video next week, but it is available. It's been out for a little bit, but new to our site. Comes in either blue or yellow, but they got the winch, steel wiring. It'll pull your truck up. It's on the transmitter. Full light kit on it. It crawls. You've got you can pull out the ramp here. There it is. There's two, the ramp, so you can drive your Hobby Plus the other one up. Just really cool stuff coming, and these are wildly popular. The crawler community is a lot bigger. If you're not in it, it's way bigger than you ever thought it would be. And even if you're in it, you realize like the group for Hobby Plus, like not created by us, the group that just exists for those, is so large and so active. You see so many customizations, and like one I just saw, a guy turned it into 8 wheels. So he said he cut another truck up. One that he had, and then added like an eighth. He's like 6x6, 8x8. So people are modding those things like absolute mad. But check that video, be coming next week. And yeah, and then I hope some of you jumped on the sales. I know Wes was knocking out some of the shorts for you guys to let you know about all the micros. Putting them up for 50% off. I think that was a fantastic deal. When it was available. So if you jumped on that Black Friday to Cyber Monday sale, we want to thank you for that. A lot of people did. So, great stocking stuffer at a great price. I mean, you can't go wrong with gyro stabilized, ready to fly micro.
Yeah, they're a blast.
Pretty awesome. Pretty darn awesome. So Mike Bird says, I wish these GPS helis were about when I started. Could have saved a few pounds in spares.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Huge
Dad, we'd be
difference
so
going to
excited
these.
for 100K. Sorry, Wes, I talked over you. I didn't realize you were.
It's all good.
You were heading in. I just saw Dad's. Yeah, it's huge. If we could get to 100K and get that plaque, that's going to be, that's what everyone's goal is if you're on YouTube, to have that silly plaque. But it means something. It means you've been, consistent, I guess, if anything, which is awesome. Wes?
Been after one for years. Yeah. The plaque would be pretty darn awesome, guys. Yeah. I can remember starting like.
Michael told you out.
I can remember started like 5 years ago, just dreaming of getting one of those plaques. So it's really cool to be getting close,
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it takes like 3 weeks after you hit. They got to confirm it, and then usually get it about 3 weeks after. But you get a link where you can buy as many of the plaques as you need, because I guess obviously YouTube channels, some will have 50 people working there. If you want to just buy extra plaques, they'll do that. Floyd, we're about to cross 96,000, so we're 4,000 away. We go on. We have pops, and then it plateaus, then it pops. So the next big pop should put us right over. But we're projecting sometime January, maybe early February, probably around the Super Bowl, is when we should hit it.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Awesome. But Michael Rasha said, You know, if Wes isn't working, he's been seeing a different concert every week. So I guess you've been telling him about your concert
I've got it on
goings.
my Facebook.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, it's been fun.
You guys went to a ton. Just keep going. But let's delve into the customer community here. If any of you guys are still not on, I can understand you're not wanting to be on Facebook, but if you are, join one group, and that's the Motion RC customer community, and your feed will just be full of cool pics like this. Starting off with Matt Moore. He was at one of his shows, I believe, Warbirds Over the Glades 2024, and he had a nice mix of EDF jets. I believe he took home some awards right here with an A10, or at least somebody did. But nice customization, looking good. Always nice to see some. I feel like I don't see as many show pics just overall coming through the group, but obviously it's December, so not too many areas are going to be holding anything but winter fun flies.
It's cold up there now.
I loved this shot from Johnny Salaza. That's his Blue Angels F-18, but just the way the sun glistened off that looks like right after rotation. Beautiful shot. That was a runner-up for the thumbnail. I wanted to chuck that in the thumbnail, but then there were a couple more that came in that were just awesome as well.
Almost looks like the real deal. I love it.
Yeah, right. Always. Then we had Jeff Brunt. He makes a lot. He's been posting a lot of pictures. Like, he does these picture dumps, and whatever camera he's using, he can get real close on some of these pictures. And he had a lot of our free wing models in them. He's got some cool shots of the J10. He's got the F-22 looking good. I believe that's the 70. It's hard to tell. I believe it is the 70. But he gets right up in there, and beautiful shots. He is the one who it's his F-14 on the thumbnail for today's show. He got an F-16 in that same orientation. But look at some of these shots of the Jolly Rogers. Actually, Wes, did you see the link I shared you? Speaking of Jolly Rogers,
yes.
From the Navy football team. If anybody go to our Facebook page, the Motion RC one. I had to share it with everyone. I don't watch much college football. I probably haven't watched a Navy Army game in a long time. I went to one when I was younger. I lived in New York, so we were close to West Point. But they unveiled new Jolly Rogers uniforms for that game, and Army themselves is going to have custom uniforms of the 101st Airborne. They look really cool too. But it's the Jolly Rogers pirate on the helmet with the stars and bars. In the video, they got a football player on like the carrier deck in front of an F-14 or F-18. It was absolutely awesome. Nothing but cool. Like, this is. Yeah. I want to go to. If I was on another college football team, I'd be trying to transfer there for that one game to wear that uniform.
I'm not even that big into football, but I mean, you sent me that link, and I thought, man, that is neat, and the heritage and everything around it that they're showing in that. I mean, it's really cool.
Yeah, it was stunning. But Jeff Brown, again, beautiful pictures of the F-14. Love that you're sharing them in the customer community, because hard not to enjoy them when they look that good. Then we move on to this A-10. Beautiful shot in the sunset from Jay DeJong. Then we got Harley Russell. A couple shots of his B-2. One silhouetted, which looks like a UFO shot. Looks like something from it's like just a little blurry enough.
It's like you cut it out in Photoshop. It's so shaded.
Totally. Like you just put a razor blade to a picture and took a picture of it.
Every time you fly that plane, the people start calling in the UFO sightings around you.
For sure. For sure. I mean, those triangle shapes, if it was a B-2 just flying low and slow over people, that would be funny. Probably. You never know. Way back in the day.
You never know.
We got Chris Thompson. Look at that custom work, Wes.
Beautiful work on this one, yeah. He's even added all the stains around all the panel lines. Yeah. Doing camo sometimes is a challenge too. You have to lay out each of those colors individually. So, I mean, a ton of work went into making that paint job.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Really, really good.
Guys still
Really,
blow
really
me
good.
away every day when I see it here in the instrument community. Some of these repaints are just absolutely amazing.
Now, you know Bob DePenta. Is this new
Oh,
for
yeah.
him? Did he buy this off you? Or is this just
No,
that
he
he
bought
went?
a brand new one. He
All
messaged
right,
me
he went
earlier
to
this
get.
week. Oh yeah, Bob DePinta. He look at the shop in the background always too. This man
Yeah.
has everything. He is the avid Free-Wing Flight Line collector.
Yeah, if you guys remember, a show that's actually coming up in February, right near where Wes is, Jerry McGee's show. What's the show called again, Wes? Why am I forgetting?
Florida E-Jet Fest International.
There it is. Last time I was down there, I brought a bunch of my planes, for a display tent, and Bob DePena went home with probably half of
Like
them.
half of them.
He grabbed our Fairchild, like our big Black Horse Fairchild. He grabbed a few models for me.
He's got my Zero.
He's got your Zero, which was my Zero.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
right.
his Zero. That's awesome. Hopefully he'll bring it. Well, I guess he can. It's E-Jet.
Oh, I'm
Fest.
sure he will. We got it all set up, but not for Jet Fest, no. Forgot, yeah.
Yep.
He brings it everywhere else with him now.
But really beautiful.
So.
I saw this one come up from Vasco Marquez. He's in Australia, and he jumped on the spotlight sale to grab himself the Neptune, which a lot of those went when those go on sale. Definitely keep checking the spotlight sale. That's something that I think is going to come and go. But when it does start up, we usually do it for a month straight, like 4 straight weeks, where you have from Monday morning until Sunday night. To jump it, we put one product in basically each category: one airplane, one car or truck, one tank, one boat, one heli, and then some accessories, mixed in, but in a category like either screwdrivers or, maybe we'll do batteries one time, who knows? But definitely keep checking those out. We share them on our social when they come up, because we don't, promote sales enough of when they're there. A lot of people jump on them. So
and it's kind of funny. The Neptune and the Dragonfly kind of have a cult following now. I've noticed after some of the sales we've had on it, those two airplanes have really gotten popular with a lot of people. I think it's the part that they can fly the Dragonfly off the snow. The same thing with the EDF right now. These are planes that can fly at this time of year when maybe they can't use their normal runways. But these two planes really have a nice following lately.
Yeah,
Really
they're
cool.
so different. Well, at least like the Dragonfly, snow, water. I mean, it's just, you can beat that thing up. But this too, I mean, it's one of my favorite flyers. It's so simple to just be a warm-up plane. You can fly it slow in the wind. You can rip it if you want to. You can't go wrong with it. It's so simple.
It's a wing, so the stall doesn't exist. They never drop a wing on you, nothing. Yeah, they're a fun airplane. If you've never tried one, guys, it's a great airplane.
Yeah, it sounds really good too, It's just like, always one of my favorites. I decorated one I have it in the back somewhere. I remember I painted
Cool to
one
have
up
an
all white
EDF
and
on a
red.
wing too. I think that's one of the only ones out there, so unique.
Yeah,
Me and you like those unique things.
I've said it a million times. Give me, I believe it was that de Havilland 82. What's it? For now, I'm forgetting the name of it. But it was basically it's basically a Lipish with retracts is what I would want in,
Heck yeah.
give me a scale wing EDF jet, that would be, but in a big size. I think it would be an amazing
a Horton
flyer.
That'd be a fun one. Horton bomber.
Something like that. But I think there was one. I think the de Havilland DH. I forget what it's called, but it's slipping my mind. There's a kit for it in 90 millimeter. And it would be more like a fighter jet, like a Lipish, you could rip it and, and fly it slow, obviously. Or like an M, but, it's a little prettier than the ME-163, which isn't a true turbine anyway. But either way. Troy Catalan, moving on. He said, I forget what he said about this. He said something about, the ATC is messing up. It's a little like Cub in the back. It almost looks like a micro Cub. But I think it's a bigger plane, probably on the back portion, like way in the distance. But beautiful shot either way. And we got Simon McDonald. If you remember Simon McDonald, they always do a lot of awesome drone chase videos around the beach. So these are some beautiful Spitfires. I believe he's in the UK as well, so almost looks like Dunkirk out there.
Man, nothing looks as good as the invasion stripes to me on a Spitfire. Boy, that looks good that he added those.
Yeah, and then he was out on a different day with a better sunset, and he had one of ours and one of not ours, but either way, looking really good, you know, on the beach there.
I'm jealous of these guys that fly on the beach. That's beautiful.
Yeah, we used to head out to the beach sometimes, and when I was on Long Island, there were some great spots.
Go get it.
Definitely is fun. Yeah, we once took a drone, right?
Yeah.
We had to film like a drone type heli at my past job, and we took it to like Jones Beach, which is South Shore, Long Island, in dead winter. It's 20 degrees out, and the one guy is flying out there, and it just drops out of the sky into the ocean. But maybe. Like, you could have swam and got it, but like the one guy said, someone go get it. And me and Alex were holding cameras. We turned and looked at him. We just started laughing. Like, I'm not jumping in the ocean in 15-degree weather for a salt-ridden battery in ESC. Like, I'm like, you go get it. Alex just said that. Like, what are you, out of your mind?
Yeah.
I said that we're going to make the best video Ken with all the footage we just got.
You go get it.
You go get it. The only thing that was on it, we had like a Mobius on it, and he was like, you got to get that footage. I'm like, that footage is gone, sir. Moving on to Sasa Radojevic? Radojevic. Sasa Radojevic. I said it. I thought I had it. But either way, out there with the Skynetic Bald Eagle, still wildly popular. Whenever this plane's in stock, it's not in stock long because it's wild and different. And this looks like a man whose RC aircraft you don't want to steal. He looks like having fun out there with his Skynetic.
I have to say, that one was a surprise to me when I did the Skynetic Eagle. I loved that airplane. It's so different, and it flies so slow compared to anything else out there. I mean, you can walk as fast as this thing flies. So, blast of an airplane.
Yeah, and just parking it in the sky way up, like you just fool people. People think an eagle's up there.
Right.
It always gets somebody.
Because what they're made out of.
Yeah, there's always somebody coming up to you when you go somewhere with that. Because that's a plane I don't bring to the flying field. I'll bring that to like a park, like
right.
when not many people are around. Throw it up at like a football field or something. Just put it up super high. It's fun. Super duper fun. Ray Vaughn, who is a customizer extraordinaire. I don't know how he does it, but he always seems to have millions of projects going. But check out that A10 he's working on.
That lightning bolt and then the edges around it. If that's not a sticker, if that's actually painted on, that is amazing that he got it that straight.
Wow.
Those pin stripes around the outside of that is hard to do. Especially on the foam ones without it peeling up on you.
Like when he has some. I didn't even take some of the pictures that were the up close, like the detailing he does, like the on the wings, like when you get up close on it, it's crazy.
I know, I love it.
Looks like it takes him forever.
All the little grease spots and things. It's amazing.
Yeah, Alex is trying to zoom in here on one of these pictures, but when you get in,
I can't tell if he did a full cockpit either, but he probably did.
Oh,
he probably 3D printed the cockpit too.
Or he's working on it. He's not done yet. I feel like that guy's never
beautiful job.
Joseph, we don't have an opinion on other companies' products, my man. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's nice, but we work on our own here at Motion RC. That's what our show is dedicated to. We don't review, other companies' aircraft. But moving right along, is this still? Oh no, this is Nick Vesio. This was my other potential choice for the thumbnail. I thought that looked beautiful too. Just the
looks
L39.
real.
L39, yeah, it does look real.
Like he's got a little bit of Minwax on this one too to help the reflections. An L39 usually is shiny, so that Minwax that these guys do on them helps shine all that reflection. Looks good.
Yeah, look at some of these shots. Just a perfect sky to have it out there with the wingtip lights. Next shot is even better. Yeah, look at that one.
I mean, it could be real.
That's
Love
a beauty. It's a beaut, Clark. It's a beaut.
It's a beaut.
Pedro
Have
Luis.
they seen the cat?
I feel like I've seen this before, but I forget. I see so many of them. But either way, still a cool looking paint scheme on his F-18.
Yeah, definitely.
I believe that's a Canadian scheme, if I'm mistaken. I don't know. Or is that? I forget. But either way, it looks awesome. Really awesome. Yeah, thanks, Vic. Hit the thumbs up, guys, if you're there. If you got a second, that always helps us out. I hate doing it, but now it's done. Just press it. Move on to
hit the
Michael.
subscribe button, too.
Michael Logrand. Yeah, subscribe if you want to spin the wheel a couple, maybe 40 times or something for the 100K show we do, because that's what we really want to do. Michael Logrande with his F4. Just a nice cut, I think he looks like he just shined up the base scheme, and then just added different decals. But
was this the guy that 3D printed the new nose for it?
I believe
to change
so.
the variant. I was talking to him earlier. I think this is him.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Nose
definitely, that nose cone is way protruded forward. I didn't even notice it when I grabbed. I was too busy looking at he obviously weathered it.
And I think he reworked the nose gear door on it too to make a little more scale, if I remember right. It was pretty cool, little project.
That is.
If you haven't checked it out, it's over on the Facebook customer community.
Definitely. Wild Bill has joined the chat. Oh, he's up there. What's up, man?
Oh man.
And Wiggle Fingers RC. What's going on, man?
What a name, Wiggle Fingers.
Is it Wiggle or Wiggy? That's Wig L Fingers RC. Okay, it's an L. Or we could just call it Wiggy Fingers and
Spirit Fingers.
William Chow with Panther, with 70mm Panther, and these just videos. Beautiful takeoff on this. Watch the vertical. He just does the straight to vertical. I think you did this in the video too.
Yeah.
He goes.
It's got crazy power.
To vertical, and he's just gone.
Gone. SpaceX
and that's where
is
his
launched.
shot. And then he had another short little flight on it, but another fast, beautiful addition. Love that we got a Panther now with some retracts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was always the one that the 64 was the one. It took me a while to learn how to hand launch that one. That was one of the first ones I got, and I tried to CG it, I remember, and I threw that one in the dirt twice. Or I threw it and went straight up, and I didn't realize. But once you get it right, awesome. But I'd much rather have it in a 70mm now with with the new power system, the in-runner motor, and and the retracts. So that'll wrap up the customer community. Lori, are you there? Do you
She is here.
Want to look in the chat and try to find us a winner? Someone who you can remember off the top of your head hasn't already won very recently. I believe Floyd was a winner, so we have to take him off the list. Recently, I'm trying to look at some others, but I'm forgetting now. So. Uh-oh. We might have to throw Floyd back on the list if I can't remember, because then we might end up giving other people up. But, yeah, Lori's going to pick us a winner here. We're going to announce it, and then you're going to have a chance to spin the wheel. You can win a $100 gift card, a $50 gift card, or a $25 gift card, and that will be rewarded to you through email in a code. And, yeah, that's the way we're going to go. So, Lori, let us know.
A big one.
When you have your winner, or you can text Alex or something. Or just yell it out. Yell it out.
Yell it out, Lori. Let's just do it, Lori.
Astral Pix is kind of standing
Astral
out to me today.
PX? Astral PX is going to be our winner. I saw him in the chat. I think I see him right there talking to
he's commenting
Wild Bill.
Crazy right now, so.
All right,
Let's
Astral
give this
PX.
man a reason to buy some new toys today.
before we spin the wheel, we just want to let you know whether or not, I hope you have a Motion RC account. If you don't, you're going to have to create one for free at motionrc.com and then use whatever email you set up with that account to email us at contest@motionrc.com, and that's how we'll kickstart the process, and then I'll be able to easily email you a code for however amount of money you win in a second here. So are we ready? Do we see him here? I want him to acknowledge. There he is. Bang.
Oh yeah, he's
Beautiful. He's got SpongeBob in the chat. So, all right, Astral. This one's coming for you. Here we go. 3,
Easy
2, 1. Big money, big money, big money, big money. Big money.
No whammy, no whammy. Spin again.
I want to see it
I
spin
wanna see it
again.
spin
I
again.
want a
It's been
little
a while,
drama.
yeah.
I want a little
Yeah,
tension.
spin again would be nice.
gonna spin again. That'd be fun.
I oiled up the bearings on this thing too.
I tell you what,
Here we
she's
go.
rolling
Here
today.
we go. Here we go.
Oh,
$25. $25 though, Astral. It's a $25 you didn't have 5 minutes ago. So congratulations to you. Write down that number. Simple. You know, up until like next week or whatever, just shoot me an email that says you won, man, and I'll either have your card for you by the end of today or Monday at the latest. It'll be in your email in a code form, so you can use it at checkout. And I don't think it expires, so you got time on it, but Christmas is coming up. So thank you so much, Astral, for tuning in. And again, guys, when we get to 100,000, we want to spin this wheel a lot to celebrate that. And obviously, we'll add some, you know, we'll make it a little grander for something like that. So tell everyone you know just to hit subscribe at Motion RC so we can get there sooner rather than later. But awesome. All right, moving along. So again, back to, you know, some of the new products we had coming, you know, that are on the website. If you check through, obviously, you know, I said earlier, if you weren't with us, this video came out yesterday. What a beautiful ship overall. I still got to get it back to lake for pictures because I left the battery for my picture camera at home the day Alex and I went out to shoot this. So I got to take it back out just to get the pictures. But we just had a lot of fun with it. I couldn't tell you, Wes, the amount of people that stopped.
It was crazy.
It was really ridiculous.
Children taking pictures with it.
Yeah, I think we went out, what, Wednesday before Thanksgiving? Did we go out that Tuesday or Wednesday before Thanksgiving? So I guess just a lot of people are, you know, families around. They all said, let's go to the park because there's a playground right there. There's a lot of people are playing, what is it, the Frisbee? They have those Frisbee golf. They have Frisbee golf going around this pond, you know, and then all sorts of other sports. But people were just coming up. You know, I had both of them. I had this and the hood there. And, you know, but more people were around when this went in the water. They were just, you know, obviously in awe, like, because it's something you don't see every day. But I took pictures with 2 different people, asked me to hold it, you know, in a picture for them. Like, okay. So
We took,
yeah. And
well,
then
we
you have a
took
bunch of
the
kids. I
boats
want to
down
touch
to a
it.
local park once. Oops.
Oh, sorry.
Oh
Wes.
yeah. Well, it's okay. Yeah, we took the boats down to the local park once too, and it was the same thing. I was amazed the amount of people that come up to you and are like, "Can I take a picture with this? Can we talk about your boat?" I mean, these things garner a ton of attention when you take them out. It's amazing.
They really do. They're stunning. They are stunning. And just drive around, you know. And they're just so simple. Like, you know, the hardest thing with this one was the ballast, and I said it in the video. Here's the hood actually out there too. I mean, look how we're gonna get out with the Bismarck, get that in the water at the same time, and maybe we could have some fun with After Effects, throw some, you know, cannon fire in there and stuff. That would look awesome. But
Get the AI running.
the ballast on the hood was a little. This is the first one that you really had to fine tune it. It's a lot smaller than the Nimitz, so it didn't need as much weight. So it's like it needed less weight, but in more places to get it to, you know, to ballast properly. If that makes sense, it's hard to It's hard to like explain, but like I only needed like 1.25 pounds maybe. Normally I'd put in 3 pounds, but like normally I put in like 5, 6 for the Nimitz, like maybe 9 for the Nimitz to really sit it down. But you really had to get it there because it would list. Like I had it to a point in my bathtub for like a half hour where if I just breathed on it, it would list to whatever way I blew on it. Like it would just fall over, and I'm like, it wouldn't capsize, but I'm like, ah. So every time I'm like, that's not gonna work. But then finally I got it. But absolutely gorgeous. And then I said in the video, they make die cast B25s in 200 scale. I forget what company it is. They're on Amazon. You could search for it now. But they want $40 for one. And for one die cast metal, B25, but they do have the Doolittle Raid markings on them. But 26 of them, it's going to run you $1,040.
Yeah.
It's going to cost as much as the boat itself just to fill the deck with the Doolittle Raid bombers. So, probably not happening for me anyway. unless the company wants to pay just so I could get a shot of it, I'd happily do it.
There you go.
But that's a lot of coin. That's a lot of coin. So maybe they should make some cheaper ones. I'm surprised they don't make some plastic ones that would work.
Well, we
But
sell
either way.
the ones that come with it on the
We
website.
do have them in the
the
spare parts
B25s.
section?
Yeah, we have them in the
How
spare
much?
parts
So,
section.
but it's the whole thing. Is it just by themselves? I didn't actually
just by
check that.
themselves.
Just
Yeah.
the B25s, not with the other planes.
Yep.
So how many?
When we
Whoa!
looked at it, they had them on there.
Oh.
When we
then-
looked the other day, yeah.
Oh,
I
then
think those got
disregard
added in where you can buy
entirely.
the B25s.
I didn't realize. Then
Yeah.
somebody's gonna clear out the entire spare parts section in a matter of
Right.
moments.
Well, I'll look again, but when I looked the other day, they had the B25 separate because I had looked at it and was like, man, I think I need to get all the B25s and paint them up.
I'll bring this one down to you, Wes. I'll
Lori's
let
looking
you
again. Do they
put
not
this
have them
on
right
you.
now?
This one should be on your set because you're a huge B25 fan. So we'll get
I thought
it
I'd
down.
seen them.
No,
I
not
guess they're
true,
not on
Bill.
there anymore.
They're not on there. All right, Bill said it's not true. I was
Okay.
gonna say, I was looking
I thought I
around
had
for the
seen 'em on
diecast
there.
one. Well, Bill,
maybe we
now
gotta find some B25s.
Bill's got to get in touch with. I'm gonna need a heck of a lot of
We need to do
B25s
that.
because
There we go.
Wes just sold 4,000 of them.
Sorry. I thought I had seen them on there that they were a separate piece. My
Oh,
bad.
Wes.
Try and keep up with it all, guys. I try.
Well, Wes, that's going to cost you
They're nice
$1,040 on Amazon. You
right.
owe me 26 hand-painted B25s for my Hornet.
Yeah.
Oh, 3D print. Bill's got 3D printed 200 scale planes. Would
Okay.
probably be the best way to go. Yeah,
That
that's
probably
the best
would be
way
a
to
good
go.
way to go. 3D printed.
Then hand paint them.
Okay.
Because again, they'll look good from far. But they can be far from good. But absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. So guys, any questions, anything like that? Because it's around 12:38. Again, we could get into individual products if you want. We could talk through anything you guys are interested in. We are here for you. RC Skymaster needs to win a plane. Well, find me 5,000 subscribers, or what is it, 4,600, 4,400, I think,
Right.
in the next 10 minutes, and we'll start spinning the wheel. Or you're just going to have to wait. Vendor wants almost 400 for the aircraft included with Hornet. Told them to pound salt. With just Hornets? With you, definitely included with the Hornet. 400 for just the, oh my goodness, that's rough. For just the aircraft. It is beautiful though. Really is. Really is worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know where you would have fit them all. Like looking at this deck, if it is scale, like, unless could they have removed them? Like I never really looked into it. But how much room would they have had to take off? Not much.
Right.
Do you think you
Not
will ever
much.
offer plain canvas plane for people who want to paint their own schemes? Dad's RC Hangar, we were known for plain canvas planes with every plane we came out with, but people just didn't buy them in enough to warrant doing it. You know, the amount of when you go on social media, like especially like our group, you get like a false impression that everybody's customizing their planes, and you know, that's just not the case. The people who customize them are the ones that are posting. Most people just want a painted plane out of the box, put their decals on, and go fly. Overwhelmingly. So to double up on every model like we were doing, you need to carry double parts because, you know, the parts have to have base gray. Like we did base gray for so many models. Right now, I think one of the few we still have for is the AL37. That's the only EDF I believe Free Wing's ever done where the base plane model sold more than the you know, than the main scheme. But I think it's only because our main scheme is a fantasy motion RC scheme. Like I think if our main scheme was like an American Airlines Chrome or you know Delta or something, I think people would probably buy that more. But then again, that model just has so many opportunities to customize because it's almost infinite amount of, you know, 737s you could make up. So that's basically the shortened version of why we really don't do it anymore because it's much easier to just buy it one way and then just rattle can it, you know, spray it whatever you want, prime it up, and you could put any color scheme you want on it and call it your own. Wes has done that a few times, right? Just a few.
Once or twice, yeah. Just once or twice.
Just once or twice.
It's fun, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
More questions while we're on here. And also you have Bill Jarek. He's one of our product managers. He handles surface, boats.
Yep.
You know, he can talk directly to the plane guys as well and do all that. But, you know, he's here as well. He would happily answer any questions that even we can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 55 watchers. You know, when we get the most watchers we ever get when we go live, Astral on this show is when we're unveiling something brand new. But if you're, you know, if you're new to our channel or you know, our live, the first Friday of every month we do a live show like this where it's like ESPN style. We try to just sort of, you know, talk to people. It's a good back and forth. We get to talk about the month that's been. You know, give people refreshers, you know, on what's, you know, what products we got, kind of talk a little bit ahead. And then throughout the weeks when we go live, it's usually unboxings of new products, things like that. So speaking of which, I don't know if we're going to see you again before all of you, before the holidays. So, you know, I want to wish everybody happy holiday too. You know, I don't know if we're going to be live with an unboxing before then because now we are in, you know, what's it called? We're in the dog days where everybody's using their their days off that have built up. So, you know, we're in and out, you know, making sure we're getting all our videos done. There'll always be a fresh video every day at Motion RC, Monday through Friday, and a ton of shorts. Even if we won't be behind the scenes. So, you know, it's one of those, that time of the year, I guess.
Yep. Everybody's spending time with their families this time of year. It's good.
Yeah, it's the best.
It's the best time to get you a new RC product to play with your family too. Like I said, I've been having some fun lately with Skip too. You know, everybody knows I got a little kid right now, and man, he's into RC crawlers right now. So these Hobby Plus ones, he is ripping them.
We got to get, well, I'm going to send you some of the Primus ones now. We got to get ones over
Man.
there. But yeah, my son likes the crawlers too. The younger they are, the crawlers I feel is the best way to start because they don't go too fast. You know what I mean? They're not going to take off his ankle or, you know, your kid's not going to smash him into the curb and they break immediately and you're fixing them all the time. Crawlers are usually the best way to start. Let's see, usually
these
grass
things
stains
too.
or leaves. Oh, yeah,
The little
mini
tanks right now, oh my gosh. If you got like a 5-year-old kid, they love these things. Holy cow. You set it down and he goes to town with all the gun noise and everything. Crazy.
Appreciate you too, Astral. Wallace Jackson, I have a Tiger Moth from Nexa. Built it the way you showed me, I would think. I definitely built that. With sliding the battery forward, but to get CG, I need to add way more weight than the 3 ounces you said. You slid the battery all the way forward. Well, again, I don't know if you're using the same motor, the same everything. then it would be a fair comparison. But I did cut the entire like firewall basically as much as I thought would keep the rigidity, make sure I don't lose my motor. But my batteries slide up through into the cowl of that model. And then I believe I only added the 3 ounces, if at all. But, every situation's a little different. But, I'm not all the way forward to where it hits where the motor is. I'm like under that. Like my batteries are sliding completely. Like I built a shelf of plywood, like I think popsicle sticks. I glued a bunch together to build it up, to level it with, if that makes sense. It's hard for me to explain. It's hanging above my head, but there's absolutely no way I'm getting it on the table right now. But yeah, that's where I went. But push come to shove, a model like that, the little extra weight isn't gonna hurt nothing. I mean, that's not a model I'm flying full throttle at all. The only time I'm pushing full throttle is if I think I'm going to hit a tree and I need altitude quick or something, but if you have an open field, you should be putzing that thing around at half throttle and just enjoying a 10-minute flight. That's the beauty of a Tiger Moth. I wouldn't worry about adding a little extra weight. I don't think you'll really notice it too much. But thank you for the question. I hope that helps. But if you go back in that video, I think I have a couple shots, or maybe my flight video, I show like how my batteries are in there. So you need a better look. John Greco, happy holidays to you too. Definitely. Oh, he used the same in everything. Interesting. Everything's different. There's obviously something's different, but almost impossible unless I was there with you and we could figure it out together. Was a stab level when you picked up at CG? I think everything was. While this was years ago, I built that together. I would love to run through the whole thing, but I'm not going to be able to do that. So what did James and Wes want from Santa this year?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Ooh. I don't know.
Yeah, a New York Giants quarterback would be nice. that would be really to not be the embarrassment of the league. To not hit 100K would be nice. That would be awesome.
Yeah, 4,400 more subscribers would be nice.
4,400 more subscribers would be nice.
Yeah,
I do want something that's coming at some point. That I can say.
Me too. there's one big one I want to see too.
I do want that.
So.
Astral, a raise would be nice. That would be great. I'd take that. Yeah. A nice raise. But right now, probably all I can get is another cup of coffee would be nice to finish out my Friday. That would be good.
Oh.
Bill, did you hear that? Astral knows what he's talking about, Bill. Astral's a good man. Astral's a good man. Let's spin the wheel for Astral.
Again.
He's the lucky winner at the casino tonight. Yay. But as far as RC goes, I don't know if it was just in some of the new stuff that I liked the most this year. Honestly, it's the big 1/8 scale truck.
The one you hit me with?
The one I hit you with, Alex. I've never driven a truck that fast, and that makes me like, wow, that was a lot of fun. And I'm not a good car driver.
Not good at all.
Not good at all, clearly. I had that thing in just the parking lot, and I was just turning it and whipping it, and it was like unbelievably, across the concrete, and it held up, and it held up, and it held up, and it held up. So like it could take a beating, and it was a lot of fun. So that would be the one I would want. The Desert King from Primus is probably my favorite right now. Interestingly enough, but I've been doing all the boats and the cars. I leave the planes now to Wesley because he's got the better feels. He's got the better thumbs.
Yeah. I think my biggest toy for Christmas that I want to get done is fly my B-24 before Christmas. Just hadn't gotten to it yet. The weather's been crap or something every day. It's ready to go. We're just waiting for that day to finally get to fly it. And yeah, man, I'm ready to see that one fly.
Yeah,
It
you
was a
know
big
what, Wes?
project.
I want to see that fly too, because I kind of have an idea of how to get 4,400 extra subscribers.
Yeah.
Maybe a
Yeah.
110-inch B-24 flying beautifully
That's right.
low to the
Yeah.
ground is going to help us
It's
out a
not
little
that
bit.
I haven't wanted to. Man, guys, I have been wanting to fly that airplane, but we just hadn't had the weather for it. And I can't
But that's
risk it. I mean,
also-
I have a lot of personal money in this airplane.
Yes, that is
You
your
know,
personal
this one-
aircraft. That was.
It's
you
a
know.
little different than the normal ones we get, and I go fly them. And what do we do? This one, I spent my hard-earned money on this because I'm an RC lover just like you guys, and so that
Yeah.
airplane though, it's my airplane. I paid for that one.
Well,
So
Jerry
if
paid
something
for that
happens to
one,
it,
and
I'm
we
gonna-
gave it to
Well, Jerry paid for it. I bought all the parts for it. Yeah.
But yeah,
there's a
you
lot
put
of
just as
personal
much in the
money in that
parts.
airplane.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, that
Absolutely
one's a
beautiful,
big
though.
project for me, though. So, when I finally do fly it, anybody that's ever built an airplane to that level will understand that when you finally fly it and it goes good, it's one of the best feelings in the world after all that work, painting it and all the work putting it together. It's truly one of those things it's an awesome experience. If you haven't built a wooden airplane before, highly recommend you try it. If you've been flying foamies forever and you want to do something different and fun, try a wood airplane, because the building it experience is also part of why they're so cool. So anyway, my little spiel there. Get off my soapbox.
No, yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, obviously this
James,
was your
you know it.
hobby
I
way
mean-
before it was your job. I had to build one on the fire. Like, I was so afraid when I got sent my first ARF when I worked here, and
Yeah.
it was years ago. It was the Fairchild, or yeah, it was a Fairchild, and like I opened the box and pulled everything out, and I'm going through the manual, and I'm like, they want me to do this? I've never done this before. Like, I was so intimidated. I remember closing my laptop and being like, I don't know if I can do this. I feel like this is different. But then you just start going through the manual and you figure
just
it out and
start.
you work it through, and it really is the most rewarding. And when you take off with one of those planes and land it, like,
Yeah.
I always said, like, if I could just buy one model, it would probably be a balsa ARF of like a Spitfire in a big size. If I could only have one RC plane ever,
Yep.
it would be balsa, electric ARF. Like, they're just
Yep.
nothing compares for me anyway. And I like Warbirds,
Yeah, well-
but they're awesome.
When I get to go fly, for me outside of for work, just no cameras, no nothing, man. I always grab, I would grab the big Zero or the big P-47 from Black Horse. Man, you can just.
I mean,
fly
I've built
and
those
just
and
enjoy
flown
yourself.
those, and I didn't know how to do it. There was like, they were
Right.
so easy to
That's
fly.
it.
They were
That's
easier
it.
than anything I ever flew. It was like, you set them up right. It was, I remember being
Yep.
petrified of flying those models. And then I'm like,
And you get out
couldn't
there,
wait to
and
get
they're
'em up.
easier to fly. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're easier to fly than the small ones. Honestly,
yeah,
when you finally get that big airplane and you take off and you go, "Oh man, this feels great." You know what I mean?
great. It really is another level. It really is.
And when you come to land with a big airplane like that, you're so used to coming in kind of faster with the smaller stuff. Even though you're going the same speed with the bigger stuff, it feels so much slower. You get so much more reaction time. That's the cool thing to me. So anyway, big
Yep, the
airplanes,
Turbinator.
love them.
I believe I saw that on your channel, Turbinator, right? The Black Horse Viper jet. That was the one you put, obviously, turbine, right? The 2-meter Viper Black Horse is the turbine version, Wes, I believe. That Turbinator.
Yeah, I believe so. I've actually got it here. I've just got to build it.
But yeah, when you do stuff like that, especially, yeah, even big jets, everything's just easier when it's bigger. It's
yeah.
like, like even driving
Easier
around
to
the
work
truck,
on 'em.
it's easier than driving around like a smaller one, because small things get a little squirrely, It's not a true, idea, I guess. The bigger always flies better. It's just the truth of this hobby.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. But
It costs
gotta
more, but it's a
fly.
lot more fun too.
yeah, well, you realize why it costs more, right? It's like,
Right.
what do they always say, like when you hire a plumber and he gets the job done in like 5 minutes, but he charges you blah blah blah. You're not paying for that 5 minutes. You're paying for the 25 years that he learned how to do it in 5 minutes and do it perfectly, right? Like,
Right.
you know, pay the money for, you know, if you're ever going to go all in, it's worth the money. Once you get in this hobby and you know that this is a passion for you and you have the time to do it, you know, everybody should own at least one big model of their favorite plane in their favorite style, whether EDF, prop, warbird, you know, sport, whatever your thing is, you know, you should have you treat yourself, you know, if you can. Like if
The
you
only
buy
problem
6
is when-
foam planes a year, put them all together, put all that money together 1 year and just go for, you know, your big one that year. Make it a point.
The problem is you finally get that big one and you find out how awesome it is, and then you have to have another one.
Oh yeah. Well, we didn't get that far, Wesley. I don't tell you what to do afterwards. I'm not trying to get you addicted or anything. I'm not
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
right.
get you addicted. Well, Wes, that's
Oh.
just your nature. Wes, that's
I
Wes
know.
was.
I love them though.
He got one Kobe Lego, and he had all the Kobe Legos. He got
All the
one
Kobe Legos.
one slot car, all the slot cars. One Skynetic Micro. Send me every one.
Every
now.
one of them. Heck yeah.
It's true. But,
It's good stuff. All
when
right.
you guys gonna get parts, Bob?
Man.
Balsa carts come, you know, in much slower because of, you know, just the nature of the beast. But they do come. I don't know when though. Parts, there will be more for sure. Question about upgrading to an 8S setup for EDF. Is there a recommended timing for the ESC? I'm primarily using LIHV, high voltage packs. Wes, what do you think?
I'm
This
not
is a you
sure on the
question, my
timing.
man.
I'm not sure on the timing on this. So if you're using the stock, you know, the new 120 that comes for most of the 8S setups, it is the same ESC and the same timing setups between both for our motors. Now, the hard part is when you just ask about general 8S conversions,
Yeah.
it depends on the ESC and the speed control of and the motor you're using about that question. Now, if you're going to use the 120 that comes in all of our 8S or 6S models that share those, and same thing with the new 90 millimeter power systems, no, you don't need to change the settings between the two. You can literally take a 6S Zeus, pull the motor out, pop the 8S fan in there, go fly it without changing any settings. I've done it many times. But that's where you got to kind of be careful on that. As long as you're talking about our power systems, no, not really. You don't need to change that. But anybody else? Can't answer it. Only motions.
That makes sense.
On that
yeah,
part.
I mean, keep it in the same family, you know, like
Yeah,
don't mix FMS and Freewing if you don't have to, you know,
right.
don't mix
If
like,
you don't have to.
you know, why would you do that?
If you
Just,
want to,
know.
there's people that talk about that on the online forums, though, and that's where you need to get that answer from.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Well, I think that about does it, guys. Not seeing too many more questions coming in. But either way, we're... What's the matter, Wes? Did you say something? Oh,
No, I just said
heard
cool.
you. Oh, cool. All right. But that'll about do it for us, I guess, here. So like I said earlier, we're not sure. I'm not sure if either one of us will be live before Christmas. So if we're not, you know, it's only 19 days away. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy Hanukkah with your holidays, any holiday you celebrate. This time we hope you have, you know, the best of times with your family and friends. Keep your eyes tuned to the website. We know we're going to have more new stuff. You know, the year is not over yet by any means. There's always something happening with us. Stay tuned to the Spotlight sale. There will definitely be another one starting Monday, and the one that's currently on right now ends Sunday night. So if you want to grab something there, there's some nice, I believe this week is the tools, right? This week we have,
Yeah.
you know, we have
All
like
the
the Benchcraft. These are great if you know a hobbyist in your life. Like, you know, we have all of our tool packs, like our screwdriver packs, things like that. I use these a lot. This one's my favorite. This is the 33-in-1, I believe, where this is just all the bits.
Yeah, that
you
one's
know?
a good one.
Where's my, I don't have the
My favorite
screwdriver in
tool
it.
on
There
the
it
sale
is.
right now is the 5-in-1 screwdriver, man. I use this thing all the time.
You know, hate to be the salesman, but like this just fits right in here.
Right.
And then you could take your bits off. This one comes off the top. You got like all these bits. It's all hidden nice. Very simple to bring to the field. Throw in your, throw in your box. You got every single Allen key, every star key, flathead, Phillips, everything you need is in this pack. Just something you could throw in your case, and it's even cheaper. It was already cheap. I think it was $7, and now it's like $3 or something. Like, it's silly easy, but
yeah, like I said, the same
definitely
thing
good
right
stuff.
now. This tool right here, I probably use more than anything, and it's on the spotlight sale right now. Also, this is the 5-in-1. I know
Yep.
James has the same one, or 6. No, it's 5, where it's
Yeah.
got all your different Allen keys that you're going to use all the time on any of our aircraft, and then you also get your Phillips screwdriver. I have 2 of these. I keep one in my flight box always, and one in the box in the shop. Handy tool, guys.
Yep, totally simple and something every hobbyist should have, regardless of cars, boats, whatever you're using. They're always helpful. But that'll do it for us, guys. 101 on the dot. So as we said, if we don't see you, happy holidays. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll let you know if we're going to do a New Year's show anyway. If I can convince the powers that be to do both, we'll do both. But I'd rather just go big for 100K than go smaller for New Year's and then have to be smaller for 100K or something. Let's just throw it, combine it all together, and go big, because 100K is a big deal, and it's only possible with you guys. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time at Motion RC.